They never tell you that the moment you decide to become someone new, the old world will begin to treat you like a stranger. Here is a truth about human behavior we are terrified to admit. The most dangerous threat to a person who is starting to succeed is not failure. It is the quiet, bewildered betrayal of the people who said they loved you when you were broken. This is the first law of transformation, and it is the reason so many promising beginnings end in silent surrender. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because what I need to tell you changes everything you believe about fixing your life. This is about the cost. This is about the profound and necessary isolation that comes when you stop bargaining with your potential and finally decide to build it. I remember the eerie silence, the phone that stopped ringing, the invitations that subtly dried up, the conversations that became strained, filled with a new, uncomfortable distance. It felt like a punishment. I had thought that by getting stronger, by waking up earlier, by finally honoring my word to myself, I would be celebrated. Instead, I was met with a polite, uncomprehending silence. My joy was seen as arrogance. My discipline was viewed as a judgment. My peace was mistaken for aloofness. The person I was becoming no longer fit into the ecosystem of the person I had been. And that ecosystem, like any living thing, fought to reject the transplant. This is the loneliness that is not spoken about in the motivational speeches. It is not the loneliness of being alone in a room. It is the loneliness of being surrounded by people with whom you suddenly share a language and a past, but not a future. You see, when you make that one change, and it is always just one, a single, definitive pivot in your identity, you are not just altering a habit, you are altering a gravitational field. You begin to orbit a different sun, and the other bodies that were pulled into your old orbit, they must now either adjust their own trajectory or drift away. Most will drift. They have to. Your new rhythm is a discordant beat to their familiar song. Your no to the late, destructive nights is heard as a rejection of them, not of the destruction. Your yes to the early morning and the hard work is seen as an ascension they are not ready for. And so, they let you go. Not with a fight, but with a slow, passive release. A forgotten text, a missed occasion, a smile that doesn't reach the eyes. This is the suffering without drama. It is a quiet, bone-deep ache for a world you have outgrown, even as you are building the new one with your own bleeding hands. But you must understand, this isolation is not a curse. It is the chrysalis. It is the universe's brutal, merciful way of giving you the one thing you need most: uninterrupted focus. All the noise, all the opinions, all the casual pulls on your energy, they fall away. What remains is you, and the work, and the terrifying question of who you will become in this silence. This is where the patience without weakness is forged. It is not passive waiting. It is active, daily construction in a hall of mirrors, where the only reflection you can trust is the one you are building from within. You learn to feed yourself with your own approval. You learn to find company in your purpose. The loneliness becomes a sanctuary. The silence becomes the canvas. This is the long, dark night of the soul that every real rebirth requires. There is no fantasy here, no montage music. Just you, the clock, and the incremental laying of brick upon brick. And then, one ordinary morning, you wake up and the ache is gone. You look at the solitude and you no longer see a prison. You see a workshop. You see a clean, well-lit space that you built. The people who left have been replaced, not necessarily by new people, but by a new solidity in yourself. The one change has done its work. It was never about the action itself, the running, the reading, the saving. It was about the irreversible awakening that action triggered. It was the single domino that tipped over the entire arrangement of your life and forced a new, truer pattern to emerge. So if you are in that silent space now, feeling the weight of this unfamiliar air, I am here to whisper this to you. Keep going. This hollowing out is not the end of you. It is the making of you. The distance you feel is the measure of how far you have already traveled. Do not rush to fill the quiet with old noise. Sit in it. Build in it. Let the one change you have made become the foundation stone of a life that is entirely authentically your own. The world will come back. A different world. One that resonates at your new frequency. But that is later. For now, just build. One quiet day at a time. The person you are becoming is waiting to thank you for this courage. All you have to do is endure the sacred, necessary loneliness of his creation.